The career is more at stake when you in your prime. Fuck that paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now. But I'm sipping that kombucha, either pink or brown. I'm the one that introduced you to the you right now. Oh my God, that be babe. Well alright, tryna fight in the night. Come alive, ain't it sneak? Ain't it?
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper, underground methods. Top-notch hoes, get the most, not the lesser. Straight terror, product of your errors. Pushing culture, baby, got that product you can measure. Trendsetter, the one who get the weather. Swerving while I'm bumping Project Petter. Yeah, rolling through the city with the big dogs. Fuck the laws, loyal with me, we ain't got a cow. Silly on silent, put the product in the pillar loud. That's how you make the money pop for everyone involved. And if you don't deserve a cut, then we gon' cut them out. My barber got me looking proper every single time. Fresh pig, getting fitted on that top grade. No, you ain't walking out alive, smoking what we on. And you know I got it poured for the ones who gone. R.I.P.'s in your memory, we carry on. When I die, they will not bury me, not what I want. Burn my body, pour my ashes in the river, y'all. That's how we know it, that the flow about to carry on. The immortality's a fallacy, 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 fallacy, fallacy.
this little girlie. Her hair was kinda curly. Went to her house and bust her out. I had to leave you early.
These girls are really sleazy. All they just say is please me, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I tell you, it's not that easy. It's tricky to rock around. It's right on time. It's tricky. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. It's tricky to rock around.
Where you is where it's at, and you can't beat that with a baseball bat. Where you is where it's at, and you can't beat that with a bat. Where you is where it's at, and you can't beat that with a baseball bat. Where you is where it's at, and you can't beat that with a bat.
ABC, that's how we make it right. Do the B-A-N-C-E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stick to the B-E-A-T, get ready to ignite. You were such a PYT, catching all the lights. Your C-D and ABC, that's how we make it right. Do the B-A-N-C-E, stick to the B-E-A-T. You were such a PYT, your C-D and ABC. Do the B-A-N-C-E, stick to the B-E-A-T.
something, stick the call out. Big teeth, fitting with the teeth, with the fall out.